U.S. Weather News. Good day to all our viewers following today's weather news bulletin. We are tracking a series of important meteorological developments across the United States and the tropical oceans this week. It promises to be a turbulent period, as America's weather undergoes a dramatic turnaround, from record-breaking cold days, with temperatures plunging to levels unseen in years. Conditions will swing within just a few days to scorching heat, almost like a second summer, returning in mid-September. At the same time, dangerous weather continues along the East Coast, where tens of millions of residents from New England down to Pennsylvania are under threat of severe thunderstorms, large hail, damaging winds, and even isolated tornadoes. Beyond the mainland, the tropics are also very active. In the Atlantic, a disturbance near the Lesser Antilles shows potential to strengthen into a tropical cyclone, while in the Pacific, Category 4 Hurricane Kiko is heading toward Hawaii, threatening strong gusts, torrential rains, and dangerous surf early next week. Clearly, this is a weather picture that demands close attention, and we will break it all down for you in detail. Severe storms over the last 24 hours. First, let's recap what unfolded in the past 24 hours. Last night, a powerful line of thunderstorms swept across a wide swath of the country, stretching from North Texas through the Mississippi Valley and into the Ohio Valley. The Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex bore the brunt of the impacts. Roads were flooded, trees uprooted, and power cut to large areas. In one dramatic incident, an RV was flipped by strong winds along Highway 75 near Anna, Texas, blocking traffic for hours. Elsewhere, Tennessee and West Virginia were rocked by storms with intense lightning, gusty winds that ripped roofs from small structures, and thousands of homes plunged into darkness overnight. These events show that the streak of extreme weather across the U.S. is far from over, with today's spotlight shifting toward the Northeast. Today's threat along the East Coast. The most immediate concern lies along the eastern seaboard, from Maine to Pennsylvania. A strong trough moving through New England, coupled with moist southwesterly flow from the Atlantic, is providing perfect conditions for severe thunderstorm development. The U.S. Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk alert, signaling widespread potential for damaging storms across this region. The primary hazards are damaging wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour, strong enough to topple trees and damage roofs. Hail up to the size of coins, or even half a golf ball, is also possible, posing danger to anyone caught outdoors. Most concerning, a few tornadoes may spin up this afternoon and evening, especially across Massachusetts, Connecticut, and the Hudson Valley in New York. Experts warn that wind shear is just sufficient to support tornado development, meaning funnels could form within minutes. Residents are urged to stay alert, monitor emergency updates, and prepare multiple ways to receive warnings. The coming weather flip, from cold to heat. As we move past the weekend, the U.S. will see a dramatic weather reversal. For days now, strong Canadian air masses have surged south, blanketing the Midwest and Great Lakes in unseasonable cold. This morning, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan reported temperatures of just 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 to 8 degrees Celsius. In northern Minnesota, some spots even touched freezing, with frost appearing. By Sunday and Monday, this cold air will shift eastward into New England, keeping the region chilly and damp, with highs barely reaching 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 degrees Celsius. Residents will experience a rare taste of autumn in early September, with crisp air and even leaves beginning to turn early. But the bigger story is what follows. Starting early next week, a strong high-pressure system will build over the central U.S. This atmospheric wall will block cold Canadian air and allow hot southern air to surge north. At first, warmth will be confined to the Rockies and northern plains, with highs reaching the 80s degree F, 26 to 27 degrees Celsius, by Monday. By midweek, however, heat will expand eastward into the Midwest and Ohio Valley. From Wednesday to Friday, states like Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and even Ohio could see highs of 85 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 to 35 degrees Celsius. Cities such as St. Louis, Des Moines, and Kansas City may approach 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 to 38 degrees Celsius, by the weekend. After days of near-freezing mornings, the sudden return of summer-like heat will catch many by surprise. Potential severe weather mid-September. This return of heat won't just mean high temperatures, it could set the stage for more severe weather. If a new trough forms west of the Rockies around September 12 to 15 and crosses the mountains, it would collide with hot, humid air over the Central Plains. Such a scenario could trigger another outbreak of severe thunderstorms, with threats of damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes across Nebraska, the Dakotas, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Meteorologists are monitoring this closely, as the atmosphere appears primed with significant energy. While it is still uncertain, mid-September could yet bring another round of dangerous storms to America's heartland, prolonging a storm season that usually winds down by this time of year. Short-term forecast across the U.S. In the meantime, aside from today's East Coast threat, most of the U.S. will see calmer weather early in the week. On Sunday, only a few showers linger along coastal New England, while the southeast bakes under 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit heat. In Tallahassee, Florida, highs could hit 96 degrees Fahrenheit. The Midwest will steadily warm, climbing from chilly 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit today to more comfortable 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit on Monday. By Wednesday, Chicago and Indianapolis are forecast to reach 83 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, an impressive turnaround in just days. Those who enjoy cooler weather should savor this weekend before the heat dome settles back in. Tropical Atlantic outlook. Turning to the tropics, despite being peak hurricane season, the Atlantic has been quieter than usual. Currently, the key system to watch is a cluster of storms east of the Lesser Antilles. The National Hurricane Center rates its development potential as medium, lowered from earlier due to dry Saharan air suppressing thunderstorm growth. Still, the track remains highly uncertain. Some models suggest it could push into the Caribbean, bringing heavy rain to Puerto Rico, Dominica, or Haiti. Others show it curving northward, brushing the Bahamas or U.S. East Coast, similar to past storms like Erin. Another scenario has it weakening altogether if dry air remains dominant. With multiple possibilities, residents across the Caribbean and the southeast U.S. are advised to stay vigilant. Around September 12 to 14, another tropical wave is expected to emerge off Africa, possibly with better chances for development. At the same time, an atmospheric feature called the Central American Gyre is appearing over the Western Caribbean, a broad circulation that has historically spawned powerful storms. With warm seas, high humidity, and light wind shear, conditions are ripe for rapid storm formation. As such, the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico could face heightened risks late next week into early the following week. Hurricane Kiko near Hawaii. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, all eyes are on Hurricane Kiko, with maximum winds currently around 215 km per hour, Category 4. Kiko is moving northwest toward Hawaii. Forecasts indicate it will weaken to a tropical storm near landfall, but still pack dangerous punch. The northern islands, including Kauai and Oahu, could see 100 to 200 millimeters, 4 to 8 inches, of rain. Gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour, and seas rising 10 to 15 feet, 3 to 5 meters, early next week. Authorities are expected to issue storm or wind warnings soon. Residents and tourists should prepare for flooding, landslides, and coastal hazards, even if Kiko is no longer a major hurricane at approach. Conclusion. In summary, the weather picture over the next 7 days is complex and full of contrasts. Across the U.S., an unusual cold spell will quickly give way to a new wave of heat, bringing summer back to life in mid-September. The immediate danger lies in today's severe storms along the East Coast, while the medium-term outlook warns of possible new storm outbreaks in the Central Plains if conditions align. Over the oceans, the Atlantic continues to hold uncertain tropical risks, while the Pacific focuses on Hurricane Kiko threatening Hawaii. All these developments demand close monitoring, hour by hour, day by day. Thank you for joining us for today's U.S. Weather News Bulletin. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Stay safe, stay healthy, And we'll see you again in our next report.